Hello there, friends! It's the last day of the group stage. Today we will find out the playoffs participants. It's probably humiliating to drop off of the major with a score of 2-2. It's even more humiliating if you're Faze and you get relegated with 0-3. Meanwhile, Device is acting weird again. Zeus is assembling a legendary squad, and of course, Rio Major is in full swing. Let's get straight to it. And as always, we start with the news digest, especially with some shocking information has been revealed. Device will not play for Astralis until the end of the year. Here I think everyone is confused. Like, why did they sign him if he's not ready to play yet? He spent a year inactive and it's still not enough? So instead of Device, a youngster from the academy team will perform at the next tournament. The sports director explained it all, but the fans still have questions. I am very pleased to see how Device immediately took center stage in the team. His contribution is great. Despite the fact that we all really want to see his first tournament as soon as possible, when signing him, we had taken some extra time to do everything right, without forcing anything. We need to create all the possibilities for the return to the best version of Device that we have ever seen. What does that even mean? Why wouldn't Device proceed to return to his shape during the tournaments? In short, a lot of questions and very few answers. Let's wait for the details, because it's not yet clear why, after a year of inactive, he still needs time, although he himself said that he was ready to go for it. While one sniper is causing confusion, the other one is just playing for one win and is not going anywhere. Overdrive said that many huge clubs were fighting for Deko. There was a chance that he would get into Spirit. He did receive invitations from decent teams. He was invited to Sprout to replace Slacks. That was after the last major. One win didn't let him go. His buyout price is $1 million. They said they were not interested in selling him. It was important for them to have a team. Ence also contacted him. Deko had a lot of offers and he showed himself as a decent player last year, but they didn't let him go anywhere. He definitely got himself in a golden cage, although maybe he's fine with it. What do you think? In which team Deko would look best? Meanwhile, Navi signed a new Valorant lineup. It's the entire Angels 5. The guys had recently won something. By the way, if you want me to create a channel with news about Valorant, write in the comments below. But hey, stop. We're interested in something else here. The new team is inviting s1MPLE to join them. So far, he refuses. He says that he can't because of his former captain Angel. It's clearly a joke, but you know, every joke does have some truth in it. And it seems to me that Navi's Valorant composition definitely doesn't mind s1MPLE joining them, especially since he will remain in the organization for at least 3 more years. Do you think it's possible for him to switch from one game to another? Friends, today I want to tell you about a decent website, csgo.net. Have you long considered updating your inventory? Now is the best time to act. Moreover, csgo.net launched a thematic Rio Major operation with dozens of neat bonuses and a dedicated giveaway. Here you can find many cases of any taste, upgrades, contracts, and absolutely everything you might need. What makes csgo.net so unique? It's pretty simple. They've been here for years, have their integrity system, a massive amount of users with reviews and proofs, and obviously a referral system. And I can't leave you without a generous bonus. Use my promo code LIVE to get an extra 40% for your deposit. Follow the link in the pinned comment and try it for yourself. It's the last day of the group stage. Of 6 teams, only 3 will remain in the tournament. Someone will drop out of the major even without taking the last step. Let's see who will it be. The match between Mouz and Ence opens the game day. By the way, these are the teams that beat Vitality and send them back home. Now it's the time to find out who deserves a place in the playoffs more. And I will say it right away, the match turned out to be the most one-sided of those we have seen at the tournament. Mouz started dominating right from the pistol round and led with a score of 6-1. Ence managed to bounce back a bit, but it didn't matter much. The attack was successful in every round. One moment they flanked the defense from the back and kill all of them. Then they start fake planting. And then they came up with something else. Well, and the guys from Mouz were simply better at shooting. Ancient 10-5, and the attack is leading in the first half. Probably the most interesting moment of the whole map is how smoke went through the textures. Well, why not? The game's only 10 years old, you know? In the second half of the game, Mouz switched to defense and didn't give away a single round. The score was 16-5, and next up, Nuke. Exactly the same thing happened, but now the attack was dominating. They won almost everything, even the most difficult clutches. Mouz had no idea what they were supposed to do in defense. Even in the last round, the attack won from a 3 versus 5 situation without even planting a bomb. It's 11-4 in the first half on Nuke. By the way, during the first half of the game, the lights were turned off in the whole arena. The players in the chat were saying that fixing process would take at least 2 hours. But in the end, everything was fixed quickly enough. However, all streams at the moment also went down. In general, a typical ESL major, nothing new. Ence switched to defense and destroyed opponent without any problems. The score was 16-8. The teams exchanged hard slaps. So everything was left for Mirage. And here again, without a fight, Ence continued to destroy the guys from Mouz on the third map. But then, suddenly, when the score was 1-7, our old pal Dexter tuned in and showed them how to play. He managed to get his team back into the game not only with his calls, but also with his decent aim. This boosted everyone in the team to play on a higher level. So that you understand, Ence had previously taken 7 rounds in a row, and it was pretty easy for them. But after Dexter decided to get his head in the game, they were able to take only 2 rounds against 15 from Mouz. Here's an example of how he was winning the rounds. Playing on the T-ramp, Dexter kills 2 and Valde leaves the 3rd on low HP. Similar impact in each round. By the end of the game, he has 31 frags and takes his team to the playoffs. Mouz are in the playoffs for the first time since 2018, and in fact only the 2nd time in their history.
Major playoffs, baby! Australia back in the playoffs! Dexter, he leads the NXT generation!
Here's what Dexter said after the match. I was very angry with some guy in the crowd. He shouted, "Go home!" And I was like, okay. And I was immediately pumped up by this. I used this energy and was incredibly focused, and everyone played great. I just tried to support everyone with my calls and with everything I could. It's better not to shout to an Australian to go home. You can see for yourself how it can end. Next up is Navi versus BIG. The Germans didn't look like a formidable opponent, since they couldn't win a single map in a best of 3 at the Legends stage. Therefore, there should be no surprises. Let's watch. On Mirage, BIG win a pistol round thanks to Sin, then take another one. Next, in the first full buy round, Navi's attack fails, but the best duo in the world comes to the rescue.
Down instantly. The only thing is they don't know Keto's back here. It is being covered for. Electronics watching it, and he's going to be the ultimate bodyguard, taking down Keto. That's not bad. Now a 2-on-2. They don't have a kit currently picked up. They do have a Molotov, but I'm not sure that's going to help them that much. They need to find a way to get Navi to fight this right now. The Molotov goes into the corner. That's a bit frustrating, maybe. Oh, Electronic! He comes running out of the fire and takes down Tabs and Simple on the other side. The grenade, not going to go quite deep enough. It's close to getting the kill, but a 10-second defuse. Here's the follow-up, and it blows up Simple, but there is not enough time, like you said. No defuse kit.
He's got money for it.
Navi will win the round.
He's got money for the kit.
Oh.
He's got plenty of money for the kit.
However, it didn't affect anything. Navi continued to demonstrate a very weak attack on their pick and took only a couple of rounds thanks to good shooting. Simple at one moment was so tilted I became worried for them.
They actually want to have happen first. They actually want the B players.
But when the score was 9-3, they finally managed to break the Germans' defense, destroying their economy, and thanks to that, reaching the score of 9-6 in the first half. The second half of the game started with Navi winning a pistol round. In response, BIG were able to take 3 in a row, which increased the overall tension in the game. But they couldn't do anything from that moment. Their attack turned out to be even weaker. On the contrary, there were no complaints about Navi's defense. Finally, Simple decided to go hard, making a beautiful double kill with an AWP. Germans tried both fast and slow rounds, but nothing worked. As a result, 16-12 on the first map, and we switched to Dust 2. On the opponent's pick, Navi confidently started by winning a pistol round, then a force, and then the first full buy rounds. However, this is BIG's favorite map, right? Thanks to Keto and Syrson, the Germans were coming back. After such a decent start, the defense loses all the advantage and the Germans came out ahead. And we see that each round lost made S1MPLE do a facepalm. With great difficulty, Navi were able to take 7 in defense. No wonder people call the guys from BIG the kings of Dust 2. A very good attack on their side. Blade was clearly unhappy with this result of his team. Speaking of facepalms, ESL showed all shades of S1MPLE during the break. Sad, cheerful, and cringing. We've gotta see it all. What kind of S1MPLE are you today? Write in the comments below. In the second half, everything changed dramatically. Navi first took a pistol, then a force round, and Perfecto made a quadro kill during a full buy.
They pick up a kit on the ground, Searson, but he has the AWP. And now that Crimbo's out of it, the Molotov is pretty good, but you know they're going to challenge it, and they hunt him down. The no-scope does not...
Finally, S1MPLE stopped doing facepalms and immediately started playing in a different way. Would you please look at this skill made in smoke? In matchmaking, they would have been kicked and banned. The German defense looked helpless against such a crushing attack. BIG with great difficulty take only 3 rounds in defense, and Navi proceed to the playoffs.
Absolutely no way out of this one. S1MPLE will take him down, and Navi back where they belong in the champion stage.
It was predictable, but the match turned out to have a much closer game than I thought. In any case, Navi made it to the playoffs. And the coolest thing is that they will meet Furia there. S1MPLE also mentioned this in an interview. This time it was much more difficult to get into the playoffs. I began to remember the major in Krakow, where Faze Clan were eliminated with a score of 0-3, and Navi with a score of 1-3. We had a lot of games where the score was 14-16. It just took us more time to get better and understand that we can go further. We need to fix some of the problems that have appeared today. On Dust 2, we made mistakes too often. We consider ourselves favorites, but Cloud9 and Furia have good chances too. Especially when Furia will be playing on the stage. It turns out that we will play Furia in the first match. I hope the fans will not go too hard. By the way, ESL wanted English-speaking commentators to work in the main arena. However, they made an exception for the match with Furia. Gaules was invited to comment during Furia's games. Well, it's over for Navi. Or maybe not? Who knows? Let's talk about it a little later. In the meantime, S1MPLE is trying to somehow come to an agreement with the fans. Brazilian fans, I want to say that my team and I are not ready to give up. We are preparing. I love you as much as we can't lose to my beloved Furia. Don't boo us, please. Samdai Young in the HLTV's interview also said that playing against Furia is a pure hell. They still have no idea how to resist the army of 15,000 fans. That would be exciting. The last match for today is Spirit vs Liquid. On Vertigo, Spirit's pick. They've lost the pistol series and then 3 more rounds in addition. But then they tuned in and didn't hold back. They began to make wise decisions in the middle and at the end of the round. Plus, they were showing excellent shooting skills. And we can't say that Liquid's attack was terrible. It was just that the defense side played great. Just look at what Wonderful was doing.
Reload and a new fight. Oh dear! Oh dearie me! Wonderful's got 3 and 4 required. OC's full HP. He should have this every day of the week. There is a kit for Wonderful, so he can play this time, jiggle through. He'd need a perfect headshot. 2 to the dome. OC has to really fluff his lines! That is stunning from Wonderful!
The score is 10-5 in the first half of the game. Then Spirit also won a pistol round and made it 14-6. The Americans soon realized that the only thing that was left for them is to amuse the audience with some awesome highlights.
Misses that opportunity, but won't make the same mistake again. Can Wonderful close? He did it once. Will he end both halves of this first map? At least got a good idea as to where he is. Will find himself an AK. Plenty now to play the game. Back is turned! But Elige spins on a dime to extend hope for Liquid.
It's beautiful, but it didn't change the outcome of the map. The score is 16-10 and we switched to Mirage. And then Spirit suddenly lost their moment. Liquid won a first round and then the crowd led them forward.
Oh no! Oh, now screaming at him. OC at least gets that frag and yeah.
Immediately in the next round, Yikinder won a 1 vs 2 clutch. The Americans clearly do not want to leave the major. Liquid continued to prevail in all close situations. The peak of their dominance was the round when the score was 9-4, and after a successful fake, the attack manages to reach an empty plant B.
Just about gets back there, but the damage is done, I'm afraid. They need to get that bomb through, and that is quite the spray. Nitro on the headshot angle. Range, Patsy looking the wrong way, and now this. A quickie out of OC. Big shot. First of the round. Looking for 10, and finding the frags necessary. Chopper would have to find all of them. And it's OC, baby.
The score is 10-5 in the first half, a decent attack on their pick. In the second half, Spirit got themselves together, won a pistol round, a force round, and made the score 10-11. But Liquid immediately seized the initiative, and after winning a series of rounds, they proceed to the round number 15. Spirit still had a chance to make a comeback, if they only won this crucial economy-wise round. But OC didn't let them.
Oh my goodness, that's a hard shot, and OC does deliver. Ahead of the pack, plucking another from that pack, smoking them. OC, 26 and counting. The American sniper wants it done right here and now. And Chopper might oblige, as there you have it.
The score is 1-1 and everything will be decided on Ancient. The Americans took the start of the first half. During the third round, Yikinder almost made an ace. Spirit immediately responded with a successful highlight from Chopper, who was flanking the defense for the entire half of the game. Thanks to this and a perfect attack, Spirit manages to win the first half with a score of 8-7. On top of that, they also won a pistol round and did it very impressively.
This wants to end it right here and now. Nitro can get it all done. They defuse in front of him. Consolation frags, but Spirit.
Liquid also attacked quite well and tried to make a comeback. With certain difficulties, they managed to even the score. But then, Magix performs a quadro kill, thereby bringing his team forward. But then, the magic of the Brazilian public turns on. The arena started to cheer hard for the Americans and it helped them a lot.
So much at stake.
Supported by a crowd of fans, they managed to tie the score, so it's 13-13. It's incredible how, under all of this pressure, Spirit didn't break down. Siren takes matters into his own hands and makes a quadro kill in the most important round of the game. So the guys from Liquid remain without money and lose the 15th round. Next, Chopper and his team smoothly take the last round. Spirit enter the playoffs.
Fingers, this game is done! Spirit have done it!
A great game from Dragons. Well, and faces of Liquid players say it all. Yikinder, OC, Nav, every one of them is simply devastated. But perhaps of all, Elish took this defeat to heart more than his teammates. I don't think that Liquid will have replacements after this one. On the contrary, this team is elaborating and it's only just the beginning for them. Also, many probably noticed that the players who left their teams are out now. Spinks left Ence, and Vitality are currently packing their bags, while Ence are in the playoffs. Yikinder left Virtus.pro and got eliminated, while they stayed afloat. Dexter left Spirit and now he's out and they are not. Here is the playoffs table right in front of you. Who do you think will make it to the finals? Write your opinions in the comments below. The playoffs are starting tomorrow. It will be a really great show. See you soon.